And I'm loving life with friends. Doing my life with friends. Doing my life with friends. Doing my life with friends. I'm loving life with friends. Doing my life with friends. Doing my life with friends. Doing my life with friends. And I'm loving life with friends. Doing my life with friends. Doing my life with friends. Doing my life with friends. I'm life with friends.
So welcome back, family, to another episode of Love and Life.
Whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Come on.
Yes, sir. Today's a special one. We have our very first guest on the show. I'm so honored to have my brothers here with me. These are not just brothers that I met at church, but brothers I actually do life with and part of my inner community. So I'm just happy that they're here and able to share some of their experiences with us. So introduce yourself. I don't need to do that.
Don't make me cry, man. Don't make me cry.
So my name is Almay.
Jeez.
My name is Benny.
What are you known as, though? Is that your only name?
Take the mic, man.
Also known as Be Humble.
Well, ooh. Where did Be Humble come from?
So when I wanted to do music back in 2019, I was looking for a name, and then I actually prayed for a name, and then I don't know how, but Humble came, and then but I wanted it to be backed up with scripture. So the verse James 4:6 came where it says, "God opposes the proud, but exalts the humble." And then obviously my name starts with B, so it's a double entendre. So the name Be Humble is actually giving you a message to be humble, but then also reminds me to remain humble too. And also my name starts with B, so yeah.
Jeez. No, so I guess today we're just going to be talking about like building communities, especially like as Christian men still in our walk, trying to understand his will for us and everything. But I want to take it back to the start before you were in your walk with Christ. What was your community like?
Gosh. To be honest, I had a lot of friends at school where we would just be attending like school as normal, but then outside of school they'd be going to, let's say, like parties and stuff like that. Back in Ireland, so I'm not even from here in the UK. In case you didn't know, or clock from the accent.
That's an accent.
That's an accent.
Accent.
So I'm Irish, so I was not raised here or anything like that. And Irish people are pretty lively. Every weekend they'll be going to like clubs or parties and stuff like that, and they'll be inviting me to here and there. And obviously that's kind of all I've known in a way. And of course I went to church as well, but I've not actually seen church as something where I wanted to build a relationship with Christ for myself. It was more like, come on, just come to church, like every Sunday.
Your mum forced you.
Yeah, dragged me across the floor and stuff. But yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Drag my
That's
leg.
a mental image, man.
It's crazy. But
Childcare.
yeah, man. Ring them.
Huh?
Yeah, bro, their number was saved. But yeah, all I've known was just like go to these places where in reality it wasn't for me. So yeah, I'll just be going to these places, making new friends or doing things that really I shouldn't be doing and stuff. And then yeah, man, that was me BC. And then yeah, we're here now, innit?
Thank God. God did.
I'd say for me it's pretty much the same, but pretty much the same. But like when he mentioned how we used to go to church, I used to.
Oh, you guys went to the same church. Wait, how do you know each other?
So yeah, we did like that. Yeah, okay, cool.
How do
So
you know
we're both brothers. We're both brothers. He's my older brother. I'm the one younger by a year. So yeah, so obviously we used to go to church, but I used to see, picture it like this. I used to see God as my parents' dad and then my granddad. So I got the second-hand relationship with God rather than to get it. So I was only going to church because my parents were going. Do you know what I mean? So And the thing is, when I was younger as well, I knew right from wrong, but a lot of the time you just dibble and dabble based on the fact that the people I was around, things they used to do and stuff like that. And then, fast forward, thank God we're here today.
So, like, what was your community like back in Ireland? Because, like, I'm hearing the black community over there was, like, everyone knows each other.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. There is black people in Ireland. So when we moved here, they were like, there's black people. Where did you live? No, there is black people in our community back there. We lived in a place called Tala, and Tala, of course, they had different kinds of people, but the one area we lived in, there was a lot of black people that live in there, and it was very tight knit because Ireland is a very small place, so everybody kind of knows each other. So if you hear about one thing, and someone says, don't tell anybody, more than likely you'll hear it on the other side of Ireland, maybe, because it's so small. And yeah, man, I think everyone was pretty close. All the black people were very, they were supporting each other, because, at the end of the day, some schools, they would have maybe 4 or 5, black people in the school or something like that. And they would usually kind of stick together just to make sure that, because of the fact that they're very common and they have common interests, etc. There was a sense of community there, I guess. And that's just how it was in different sort of areas. But yeah, I think everybody just knew each other. They'll be calling each other cousins, even if they were best friends, etc. That's this type of vibe we were getting in those areas, where we lived.
Yeah, that's kind of similar to here, but there's black people over here, boy.
Yeah, when we moved here, we didn't know how deep it was here in terms of how strong the culture is. Here is very diverse and it's very deep. So I do rate the UK for what they're doing for just black people and different types of people in general. So it's nice.
So what was the biggest culture shock for you moving from Ireland to here?
What was it? What was it, Benny?
Why is he smiling like that?
The biggest culture shock.
Go on. The ability to just embrace the way everybody embraces black culture here is something that I've not really experienced in Ireland as much, because I was around both black people and white people, but the way black culture is embraced here is something that I've not really seen. The way they do it, it's embraced in Ireland, but it's not the way they embrace it here. Do you know what I mean? If you see people for example, white people doing Afrobeat classes and stuff like that, I've only seen it now, but before I didn't see it in Ireland. But yeah, that's the way they embrace people here.
Yeah, and when you walk around in areas such as Enfield, for example, where I'm from, you will see different shops or different types of fast foods. You'll see an Indian shop here, you'll see a Jamaican shop here, or there's different types of food, different cultures, just everywhere. It's just represented in such a way that is where it makes everyone be more open to try different things and new things. Whereas in Ireland, you're getting roast and you're getting chicken and chips here and there.
Nothing wrong with roast dinner, bro. There's nothing wrong with roast.
There's nothing wrong with, there's nothing wrong with roast. Nothing wrong with roast. But I'm just saying, it's a lot more diverse here, and I love that. It's very nice. So yeah.
So moving from there, what year did you guys move here?
2015, yeah.
Then what year did you guys give your life to Christ, or started becoming serious in this walk?
For me, I'd say I gave my life to Christ. I gave my life to Christ probably 14, but I rededicated at 18. Yeah.
See that period, yeah. my mom told me I'm giving my life to Christ. Yeah. My mom told me I'm giving my life to Christ. So I just took it. Yeah. And of course, like, eventually, yeah, I would say like a year or two later, that's when I really said to myself, like, yeah, I'm doing this for myself. I really want to dedicate my life to Christ. So yeah.
Nah, God bless mommy, man.
Come on, man. Mommy was very strong, man. Yeah.
So after you gave your life to Christ, how was it like building your community here in like a place you're not too familiar with?
So, you want to say something?
Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
So before we moved to London, we lived in Luton. Shout out to Luton people. It was very so it wasn't like, you know, strong in like the Christian faith, because a lot of people and what I mean
That's
by
a nice
that
way
is
to put it.
yeah, I'm trying to put it in such a way that is just very healthy for
Keep it
this
PG.
podcast and keep it PG. But we found a church there, and it was a great church. It was very old, I would say. Yeah, older people, and we weren't really used to that. But we still made a couple of friends there, I guess. It was very nice. But it wasn't compared to like what we experienced here in London. So we joined a church here in London, and you know, me personally, I kind of take my time when I make new friends, I guess, compared to Benny. So Benny was more out there. He's like, if you know Benny, like you'll probably be his friend by the first minute. You know, he's somebody that is easily approachable, I guess. And he made a lot of friends compared to me. I was more like with my mom and my brothers, just, you know, making sure that we're going to church and we're leaving, and that's it. I didn't really talk to nobody compared to Benny. But then eventually Benny introduced me to a couple of people, introduced me to yourself and just a few other people. And then from there, I kind of branched out in terms of like my friendships and everything. And it just became stronger, I guess. But I guess you had a better experience, I guess, at the beginning.
You know, there was something you said that Benny like makes friends easily. You know, first time I met him, I wanted to fight him.
This one I don't know. This one I don't know.
I don't think
Why did you want to
only
fight
he
him?
knows the story.
Why did you want to fight him, man?
Because we went to the same school, but he was a year above. And I remember I was just walking through the corridor. It was a bad day, innit? It was a bad day.
Oh.
And this guy kicks a bottle through my leg. then he runs up, he's like, got him.
Hold on.
I was like,
Hold on.
who is this guy, man?
Hold on. Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Obviously in school, there's this thing where even if we find rubbish on the floor, or if there's anything like a bottle or anything like that, if you obviously, man, when I play football, we know like if you put it through someone's legs, it's something not big, but it's like like a gas thing. Do you get me?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so I nutmegged him.
Bro,
Yeah, so
I was already vexed before that.
So I nutmegged him. He was just walking as normal, and then I must have been standing with, I don't know if I was standing.
Kosi.
Yeah, I was standing with Kosi, and then I put it through his legs, and then I got him, and I ran off, and then he's
I was like, damn, man. I was looking for you after.
yeah, man. But yeah, in regards to what, just to bounce off what he said in terms of the community, when we moved to Luton, we were in a church there. We served in the church as well. But for me in Luton, I'd say for me it took a little bit of time to open up to people and whatever. But then it's because of maybe the surroundings, or maybe the demographic, or not the demographic, like maybe the age gap. But then when we came here and there was a community where people were relatable, and there was people that, you know, there was younger people, there was people that were in the similar stage of life, uni, experiencing different things. That's when I was like, okay, cool. Then I started to make a couple friends. And because naturally I'm a very extroverted person, I then allowed myself to get to know certain people, build friendships to the point where I could then introduce Almay into them, because I know for a fact, like, before anything, he was my first friend before anything. So I know if I get along with this person, he's gonna get along with this person. So it's like a lot of those things. Even in Ireland, when we were around a group, when there was a group, we were both in the same circle. So it's everywhere he went, I went. Where everywhere I went, Yeah, you can say that. Everywhere he went, I went. Everywhere I went, he went. And it was more of a thing where it would have been the same here. Not by force, but it's just naturally like we're always around each other. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
So, like, talking on your community now, because I know that the age group is kind of crazy. It's kind of wild. Does that benefit you, or do you prefer to stay around people like closer to your age?
I think it benefits me more when I'm around people that are older, because then I aspire to be where they're at or close to where they're at. Because, like, for example, obviously Almay is my older brother, but then there's a couple people that I could say are my older brother because of the fact that they're in a certain phase in life that I want to be in. And it's like seeing them grow into be that person that they are now. It's like, okay, cool, these are the steps that I need to take, even if I need advice to you know, let's say get married or whatever it is.
So done.
Oh, whatever it is. Whatever it is, I then have people that are at that phase to help me get there. So yeah.
What about you, bro?
Yeah, same thing, literally. And also, even people that are younger than me, I used to think, you know, if I chilled around people that are younger than me, I'm just gonna be met with like childish things. But I won't lie, like there's a lot of mature young people here that you can really rock with. So yeah, I mean, I don't really mind, or I don't really care.
Like who? Just one name. Just one name.
like there's like yourself. Jay, she's really cool. She's right there, sitting down. Yeah, like there's many people. No, there's many people, man. There's many people. And it really changed. Honestly, this community has really changed just the way I see people, man. You just see people for their heart and their mentality, and you know, and you can just link with anybody. Honestly, yeah, it's nice.
So, like, I know between us three, like, we play football together.
Yeah,
we play games and stuff. Like, we just have common interests. Are there people in your community that you don't really have common interests with, but just who they are, or just being a child of God? Or
oh yeah.
Just makes them cool.
Yeah. This. I think, yeah, I've got a lot of people where I have zero. There's no similarities and nothing, but because they are just genuinely nice to me, that's all you need. That's all that matters, you know. And you respect me, and I respect you. That's a lot for me. So, and then we're still friends till now. So yeah, man, like it really doesn't take a lot from me, as long as, again, you're nice to me. There's respect, whether it's religion, whether it's anything in life. That's enough for me, man. Honestly.
Well, there you have it, guys. Be nice to Almay and respectful. Then
honestly,
maybe you could be friends with
listen,
him. Maybe
it's not hard. Honestly, maybe it could happen for life. But yeah, what about you?
Sorry, the question again.
Why is he holding the mic for you?
Say the question again. Say the question again. What was the question?
Do you have people in your community where, like, you don't really have much in common, but just because of, like, I don't know, they're just cool?
Yeah, do you know what it is? Something as simple as humor can make me gravitate towards you as a friend. Like, I have dumb humor. Like, my humor is, I can laugh at the smallest thing.
Give me an example.
Like I don't even know. Like for example, like this little thing here, I'll just be like, oh, it's just leading like this. But I would just be laughing at it so much to the point where, like, if the next person besides me gets the same thing, that's how I jam. So yeah, something small. It doesn't have to be like I mean, those are the basic things, but it doesn't have to be. We don't have to have the same interests and stuff like that.
I think it's because as well. Like, I'm a listener. Like, I like to just hear things. Like, for example, yeah, I'm just gonna give an example. Someone in church loves F1. There's a particular person that loves F1 in church. I just asked him. I said, "So what do you like?" He said, "F1." I said, "What's F1?" "Oh, it's the driving." And he explained to me. I was like, "Tell me more." He explained it to me. And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. I might as well just like look into it." And then, yeah, one day, eventually, I actually got into F1.
It's amazing. Isn't it?
It's mad.
It's
It's crazy how God actually turns a situation, or maybe puts somebody, or connects someone's heart with yours in a way. I don't know, but yeah, there's something deep about it, man. Honestly.
Nah, that's real, man. That's actually amazing. So in terms of like your community now, what do you like most about it? Actually, let's ask for the listeners. Do you prefer your community here or your community in Ireland?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I wish they could both merge.
That's not the question,
no,
bro.
no, no, no.
That's
the
not the
re-
question, bro. That's not the question, bro. Answer the question, then you can say what you want to say.
Okay. So obviously,
Yeah.
I love my community. I love the community here, yeah.
But
But my home is my home. You get it? Like the reason why I say that is if I could bring them here and see how we've integrated with everybody here, the way they would too would be so like I would just love it. Do you know what I mean? But home is always gonna be home to me. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
I hear it. Home is where the heart is.
I won't lie, I like the community here. I'll be real. Because when I was in Ireland, like, because the community I'm going to refer to now is more in the Christian side.
Yeah.
And it's something that is a big part of my life now. And I didn't have a lot of that when I was in Ireland. So when I moved here and I've learned so many things and from so many people, there's so many like conversations I've had, gems, lessons, you know, that I've experienced here that it's incomparable. Like I can't compare it to Ireland. So honestly, if I had that in Ireland, I would say Ireland. But yeah, here in the UK, I do prefer my Christian community. Really good.
What I was referring to was the Christian community. Before people start slating me and saying that, oh yeah, he wants to be a bad
doesn't
boy.
want no smoke, bro. He doesn't want smoke, bro. I'll tell you.
No, because I have a Christian community in Ireland as well that I've grown up. A lot of the people I've grown up with and I've done life with. Obviously, I had the other side, but I've had the Christian side as well, which I've grown up with each and every single person and grown to do life together. So it's more of a thing where if we were all to merge here, it would be amazing. But yeah.
I remember you spoke earlier about that you're a listener. So is it vital that you have a mixture of people in your community? Because you can't always be the listener. Like someone has to listen to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as much as I say that I'm a listener, to be honest, I used to think that being a listener all the time was always a healthy thing. Because at the end of the day, everybody would love to have somebody to listen. But for myself, I've learned that there are some things that I also have to put out. And to have somebody also to listen and for me to talk is just as important, man. And there'll be times where, like I'll probably like fall and then I would just need to tell somebody that, okay, I've slipped. I need you to hear me out and to help me.
Confess your sins unto one another.
Exactly.
Oh, you want to share?
You see, this is
You
what I'm
wanna
talking
share?
about. This is what I'm talking about, the jokes.
Nah, bro. It's a safe space, bro. What you been up to?
No, it's true. You're quoting, right? So I just had to.
Yo.
Yeah. No. It's important to talk, and just have a mixture of people that can listen, that can talk, that can sing to you, that can rap to you. Their problems, I don't know what, but it's important to have a mixture of so that it allows you to learn and to be open to more people, and to also spread the gospel to more people as well. Most importantly, so yeah, man.
Oh, what about you, Benny?
I can just echo on what he said. It's basically what he's kind of taken everything that I practically wanted to say. But yeah.
Yeah, therefore the younger brother. Fam. I was just like, what Big Bro said. Bro.
What he said, man. Big Bro said it, bro.
So thinking more on your walk with God, how has your community helped shape that or change your perspective? Or even just helped guided you in times of sorrow, of loss, or just being in a dark situation as a whole?
Because you mentioned loss. One of the hardest times was last year. We lost one of my friends in Ireland, one of our closest friends anyways. And that for like the first maybe 4 months was difficult because like usually I'm being transparent here. Usually people say like that's the time where you turn to God and whatever and things like that. For me, I would say I wouldn't say I did the complete opposite, but I was mourning so much that like that wasn't the first thing on my mind. And then when I started like opening up myself again in my church that I go to now, the people around me, they obviously knew the situation, but obviously seeing them progressing in their prayer life, progressing in whatever they're doing, the walk with God and stuff like that really encouraged me. So it was very beneficial for me on my walk, just because it was a tough moment, and it was one of those things when I had people around me praying for me, fasting for me, speaking words into me, just to bring that life again, because I was a complete shadow of myself at that time. And obviously being around people in my community that I'm here now with, it was very beneficial for them to really, speak life into me. So
no, thanks for sharing that, bro.
What did you have to say like that? Okay. Am I following up with that?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was it? Was importance of
how it helped you in your walk and everything.
So in my church we have small groups, which are just different. Basically, I call them smaller churches, where we just get a group of friends, group of people in the church, and just basically share the word. Just do life
I heard
together.
you lead one of those, do you?
I do indeed.
Jeez, man of God.
I do indeed.
Man
I
of
do
God.
indeed. So I didn't start off that way. So what's wrong with this guy, man? But I do lead one of them now. But when I was joining, it was just for me to kind of have people around me to kind of help me go on this journey, which is very tough for me. I read Ecclesiastes. Remember we spoke in that meeting about Ecclesiastes. I was reading it. I think now verse 4, 9 to 12 was talking about how 2 is better than 1, and if one person falls, then there's another person that will always pick you up. I always had that in mind when I joined the small group, and how important it is for me to be in it, because honestly, I was someone that kept myself to myself. If it wasn't for Benny, I'd probably take longer for me to reach out to people or be around people.
He's taking credit, boy.
He's taking credit, boy. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. So, I've realized that over time, when I was in this group, that it was just, there was a sense of accountability there. There was a level of, just like even prayer. Like sometimes you can't even pray for yourself. Other people can pray for you in a way. You can put prayer requests forward, and people can really just, they have your back in terms of prayer. Advice as well, like things like that are very difficult to find outside of that group or outside of church, and it's just something that I've really cherished over time, and I kept cherishing, because even when I compare it to when I'm outside of the church, like it's very different. Like I only had my work life was very, let's have a pint, that's it. Let's have a pint, that's all they know, man. But that for me personally, but in church it's very, there's little families there that you can really reach out, and it really helps with my walk anyway. Yeah.
Nah, that's amazing, man. Seems like you have a strong community around you.
Yeah, bro. The same community you're in, and the same community you're in.
We thank God, man.
We thank God,
Thank God.
Thank you for watching. We hope to see you next time. Do remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. See you.